And we are back here on Pond Creek as we got Jaden Stewart, and we got one of our biggest fans, Whitey Little, in the house up here with us, as well as former Belfry great Matt Little up here in the booth with us. Looks like Jaden, West Virginia Express versus Harold Auto Body, which is Harold Auto Body team is players that you're very familiar with because they're from your neck of the woods.
Yeah, we play at Mullins every Sunday. They're strong. They put the definition of old man strength. They put it, into their life.
Well, you got Hayden Mullins, number 27, John Blackburn, 2, Jared White, 18, Jeff Boyd, 19, David Hess, 20, and Rob, 6, whoever Rob is.
Something about Hayden, he turned me into a shooter because he would pick me up, half court at Mullins, and I'd have to learn to shoot deep contested, and that's
the tall, lanky right there?
Right there, number 21.
Yeah, I've seen him playing with you down at Mullins, and he can get up.
Yeah, he can. He's a good player, good scorer.
And, the noticeably missing from this team is Jeremy Hall.
Mm-hmm.
He's I guess he's normally their kind of leader, right?
Yeah. 3 by
Caden Porter.
Played at Mingo.
Yeah, Caden Porter, he's a three-point shooter. That's what he does best. Nice player, graduated this year at Mingo. And they don't have many players. They have one player on the bench. Looks like you got Caden Porter, Chase Porter, Scotty Browning, Austin Ball, and Andy Spalding.
Hayden. 3 by Hayden Mullins, and 21 right there in the corner.
Now I'm trying to see who number 4 is for them. Nice job by Scotty Browning. Couldn't convert on the layup. Now, keep an eye on number 2. It's Andy Spalding.
Good 3. They may look old, but they could really shoot. They could really get up and down this Harold Auto Body team.
Yeah, this is going to be a really good matchup. As you see, three-pointer up, no good for Chase Porter.
Team, this Harold Auto Body team, they're really defensive. They won't let a guy get 30, or they'll try not to, but they're pretty good at.
Well, you'll see, Jaden, on this right here. If this team, you'll see exactly how good this West Virginia Express team is because they're playing a veteran team. This is a good week 1 matchup for them. And Austin Ball, as we mentioned, played at George Mason this year. Division I basketball player. Scotty Browning plays at Georgetown, NAIA player. You got Caden and Chase Porter, former Mingo Central standouts.
Good little play right there.
Nice.
Double drag into a flare screen. Hobo McCoy used to run that with me all the time.
They wonder if we'll ever see Hobo back in the mountains.
I'd like to.
Yeah, Hobo won a state championship with Great Crossing this year, Scotty Browning. Scotty Browning and Austin Ball, they play pickup together as much as any 2 players out here. And they're going to have really good chemistry between them 2. And Andy Spalding, him and his brother played at Beth Haven. And I think they're all-time leading scorers there.
That's really good.
And now number 4 down here, we'll have to try to figure out who that is on the bench. He wasn't down there between games. There's number 2 with the ball. That's John Blackburn.
Good take by number 20. Who's that? David Hess. Strong.
David Hess.
I think that's Abby Hess's uncle.
That's what I was going to say. Any kin to her?
Yes.
Abby Hess, Pike Central great. Played, had a really good year.
She can really shoot it.
For the Hawks. Now, as we look here, Hayden Mullins. Now, if I'm not mistaken, he played at Pike Central, right?
I think he played at Eastridge.
Okay.
And pull up.
Coming back the other way. There's Mullins. Swings it out. Hess.
There is some mismatches on this West Virginia Express team, so maybe Harold Auto Body could take advantage of that.
And now 9-5. They're up. Key thing for West Virginia Express is not getting down to where you're going to have to rely on the 3-ball.
Yeah.
And
every kid out here can shoot the 3.
Yeah, and like Austin Ball, he's the type that if he really wants to score, it's going to be hard to stop him from scoring.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because he's so good at taking you off the bounce.
It's
He's
that
so
scorer's
strong.
mentality.
Yeah. Again, he played at Man, won a state title under T.J. Blevins. See his point guard over there, Peyton Adams, watching, taking part of the action here. Rebound by Browning. And the thing I like about Scotty Browning is he's one of them point guards to where you can't speed him up.
No.
Like, he's going to play at his pace.
Good pass right there, escaping that that situation he was in the air.
Andy Spalding off the mark. David Hess with the ball out top. Pounds it down low. Three-pointer up. No good. Porter.
Pull up.
That's his game right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a shot, man. He's in transition, that pull up from the top of the key. I'd say probably 40% of his shots was that. I'll swing it back over.
Good cut. Good movement by the Stewart Autobody team. You can tell that they played for a while.
Nice job.
Good strong take there by Jeff.
Jeff Boyd. Yeah, that reminds me, you know, we see Matt Little over here, great Belfry football player back in his day, but, you know, I used to give him buckets on the hardwood. Yeah, yeah, he didn't want any back in the day. There's Spalding.
Deep three. I'm starting to feel that these express threes will fall later in the game.
They will. They're too good of a shooting team, you know. They but the thing is, the thing that's going to make me a little weary about that team is, you know, they're really good at getting to the rim, but they're also the team that's in their DNA to fall back on three-pointers. So I think that a lot of their shots are going to be from behind the arc.
Another three by Hayden Mullins. It makes his second three of the game so far.
There goes Browning. Nice move by Ball. Ball's going to go to the line. Shoot a couple. Again, Austin Ball, he went on to transferred from Man, went to play at a prep school. Trying to think. I thought of it too fast there. I'll tell you in a second the name of it. But was it Millard, I think, Academy. Is where he went and ended up having a great career there, which landed him at George Mason, and now he entered the transfer portal. A lot of people says that he may be looking to try to get his way to Huntington, you know, to maybe finish out at Marshall.
Another basket in the paint by Jeff Boyd. You know, it's just strong body.
There's Browning. Nice job.
Good pass.
Yeah. You know, both of these teams short-handed. You know, I think both of them's got 6 here today, and they got 11 on their roster. So this is not full strength of either team. Mullins thought about it. Nice ball fake.
Good look out.
Yeah. Blackburn off the mark.
Good board by Jared to Jeff.
Boyd lowers it down. Nice job by the big fella, Jared White.
Stewart Autobody team plays really well together.
What do you know about Jared White?
I know he would talk to me, but it was a while ago. He'd tell me stories.
No, is he a Pike Central alum? Do you know?
Yeah, he did go to. No, it was either Pikeville or Pike Central.
Okay.
Corner three by Browning. Out on Express.
Yeah. Ball going to go to Harold's Auto Body. Now, Hess kicks up court.
A little bit of a mismatch down there, Spalding on Mullins.
That's what I was going to say. You know, I'd look to take advantage of that. You know, and right now they're sitting in that zone. You know, I think Mullins got himself in the air, and he was thinking about passing it. And I think the passing lane closed quickly, so he ended up shooting it. Forced him into a tough shot, but you know he had Boyd wide open there for a second.
Good pull up.
the mark.
Deep three by Austin Ball. A little short. Good fake by Jared. Harold Autobody pulling away with the 9-point lead right now.
It's off the mark now. Jaden, you played last game, right?
Yeah.
Today. And there's Spalding. Nice steal by Spalding. Here comes Express back the other way. Spalding.
Good mid-range jumper right there.
Off the mark. Browning. They're going to say it's going to go to Harold Autobody. Now, as I'm sitting here looking, next game, I'm seeing quite a few players missing from both teams. It'll be interesting to see if they're able to play the next game.
Good cut right there.
Nice.
I left a little short. That's textbook right there. That's what your coaches tell you. Good pass.
And Harold Autobody right now scores 20-9. Picks up the nice job by the Porter brothers.
Good layup.
And makes it 20-11, cuts the lead to 9.
Oh, yep, cut. Good spin.
That's one thing I was going to ask you. I know you play a lot of pickup. Play a lot of pickup ball, and do you take and find it harder to play against younger athletic players like your age, or 3 or 4 years difference, or do you find it harder to play against these older men?
I think it's the older guys. They have more tricks up their sleeve. The younger guys, they're antsy. They're energetic, so you can kind of get away with a few stuff, but. The old guys, they have, that wise knowledge. They've been there before. So, they're competitive. They're not going to let, like some young guy come here and give us buckets. They're not going to let that happen.
Yeah, well, and that's the other thing. These younger kids, I think you got a respect factor over them too. And these older men, I think they're all coming out, showing the young buck.
Yeah, you got to earn their respect. Yeah. When I played with these Harold Autobody team guys at the Mullins, I think I was a freshman, and I didn't get respect till like my sophomore year playing over there with them. I had to earn it over there playing with them, so they take it really serious.
As we sit here and look in the stands, over there, see Josh Reed in the house, see Keyshawn Rhodes.
Backdoor lob.
Nice. Ooh, Austin Ball going way up high for that one. They're going to kick it out to Porter. Porter, back iron, no good.
I think I saw that coming from a mile away. I think I've seen that somewhere.
Them two's connected on that a lot of times.
Express settling for a lot of threes here, but I think later in the game it will fall, in which Harold Autobody has to pick up on that.
Mullins. Hess got blocked there, piece of it by Browning. Browning coming out, set up in the corner. He's off the mark. Mullins, he's going to kick it back up. Another block. Good job. The athleticism showing for these West Virginia Express team. It's 2 blocks on 3-pointers last 2 trips. Sitting here, 22-11, 11-point ball game. Hess couldn't control it. And if you're Harold Autobody, you got to be careful here. You can't allow West Virginia Express, any hope. Can't give them any hope.
Harold Autobody can really take their time on offense, get a shot that they want. I feel like both teams are forcing a lot of threes. And one will fall just like that.
That's Caden, or the older Porter brother, Chase Porter. Browning
gets his own rebound.
Little Scotty Browning.
Tips it back out to Spalding.
Sinks it.
2 3-pointers. That will put you back in the game.
Yeah, just like that, Jaden. We're down to a 5-point ball game. Gonna kick it out.
This press seems to be affecting Harold Autobody a little bit.
It is giving them a lot of problems. Wonder how much they can do it though with only 6 people, and they've not went to the bench once yet.
Neither team has went to the bench.
And that's the other thing, you know, with only 6 people, you don't have a coach over there, so you don't really have anybody to sub you in and out.
Good look right there back by below short.
Browning rips it off the rim. Here comes Scotty Browning back the other way. Swings out. Austin Ball.
He did walk.
Got him with the travel. Austin Ball not locking that one. And again, Austin Ball, we see his former point guard right there, Peyton Adams. Carly Moreno, Peyton Adams, expecting a young child. So coming to support Austin Ball in his debut of the Belfry Men's League. Mullins out top. Gets it to White.
That's a shot.
Nice job, Jared White.
I think Express is having a lot of mismatch problems, which it's a good move right there by Browning.
Kick it up to White. And swing it back out here.
Setting the offense up.
Austin Ball kicks up to Porter. Porter.
Good, no look.
Yeah, Spalding sinks it. Spalding.
2-point game. Quick as that.
How about that?
3-pointers over twos. It will do that to you.
Yeah. And we knew it was a matter of time that this West Virginia Express team would get rolling.
Little token pressure.
Yeah, that's one thing that I do worry about this West Virginia or this Harold Auto Body team is as the game wears on with only 6 people, I wonder about their stamina.
Yeah.
Nice job by Boyd. Swings over to Mullins. Yes.
Good cut.
Yeah.
Battling.
Here comes Ball. Ball kicks it up again. The Spalding.
Oh.
Yeah, Spalding couldn't hang on.
I think he was making the pass before he caught the ball. The first sub for Harold Auto Body looks like it'll be Rob coming in for Mr. Hess.
We do not have details on Rob. We just know him as Rob, Jaden.
Rob is a shooter.
Yeah. So you're aware of him?
Yeah.
All right.
He does like to shoot it. He can knock down the tray ball.
Right now, West Virginia Express has not went to the bench. Again, I'm not sure who that is. Is that Chris? That might be Chris Ross. See he on there? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's who it may be.
And another sub, they would be putting Mr. Hess back in for. Is that Jeff? Yes.
Yeah. Coming back, Browning.
Good move.
Nice.
Double.
That's his game right there. Yeah, and I'm not aware. I know he plays for the Georgetown Tigers, but I'm not aware, you know, if he's in starting rotation, if he starts, but I do know that any college would be lucky to have Scotty Browning. I mean, he's very tough guard.
Mismatch. They got to look at that every time. There's a mismatch down there.
Found Jared White.
I feel like that's going to be the problem with these young teams. They don't have a lot of bigs.
Yeah, it will be hard, especially as the league goes on and some of these older guys continue to show up. Be interesting to see if they learn the matchups and learn how they can exploit each matchup. There you go. Nice job by White.
Oh, good hands by Browning.
Yeah.
You might see a lob here.
There you go. Yeah. Austin Ball going way up, and Harold Auto Body, they're not going to let him dunk.
No, they're not. I've tried it many times. They're going to get under you. But that's the way they were taught to play.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, I respect that. There's Mullins, goes up, no good. Ooh. Browning throws it off. Looks like Ross maybe taking scorer, filling out paperwork for the league.
Porter with the three. Gets his own rebound.
That's something you can't do.
From a three-point line, especially.
Yeah. Well, you can't allow that. Somebody's got to box out.
I think a little right there, and a cutter right down there. That will be a bucket, hopefully.
And Jared White, he's going to go to the line, shoot a couple here as he was in the act of shooting.
I think transition can really help both of these teams right here. I don't think no one is getting back.
And Jaden, I know you definitely on a mission. You got cut short during the season, but you got that same kind of fire to win this men's league?
I do.
There you go.
I'm competitive. I compete in everything I do. You know, even if it's just playing at the Y, I like to compete. You know, I'm going to push myself to be a better player.
As we're coming back, Austin Ball stepping behind the three-point line.
Good shot right there.
Yep.
It's a smooth stroke.
Austin Ball.
A little full court pressure by West Virginia Express. They do have that energy to do that. Good cut.
Nice.
Jared White really picked that back up.
Hess.
Good shot.
Nice roll. Right now, gives them 31-29 lead. Here comes Austin Ball back the other way. Ball, he's feeling it. Rims in.
Shooter's touch. The iron is kind. Express with the 1-point lead. 53 seconds left.
Hess off the mark. Brownie leaves it for Ball.
It's another one.
3 in a row. Austin Ball on fire.
He is a player that can do that to you.
Yeah, mate, it gives them a 4-point lead just like that, Jaden.
I think we'll see more energy out of this Harold Auto Body team in the second half. I think they really use this first half as a get to know
kind of measuring stick. Yeah.
Hayden gets his rebound, puts it back up.
Oh, couldn't convert. Porter up court to Ball. Ball.
Got a fourth one. Heat check.
Yeah, off the mark. Mullins. See if Harold Autobody can get a bucket here.
8 seconds left. They will have to go now.
Nice job, Hess. Kicks it to the corner.
That's the shot you want.
Off the mark. Mullins. Count it.
Garrett says no. I think they'd like to challenge that one, throw the flag.
Yeah, I'd definitely do it too. So either way, it's not going to count. 35-31 as West Virginia Express has the lead over Harold Auto Body. Jaden Stewart, Darryl McCoy will be right back on D&D Sports Network. There you go. And we're back here on Pond Creek, Belfry Men's League. Jaden Stewart, Darryl McCoy on the call. You're watching the D&D Sports Network. Harold Auto Body versus West Virginia Express. Nice bank shot off by White, but Jaden coming out starting the second half. It's West Virginia Express up by 4. Nice take.
Good take by Porter right there.
Yeah. Now, there's Jared White, swings it over. Boyd with it in the corner.
Cut.
You know, Jaden, you know this Harold Auto Body team, you know, the out of the players that they don't have here, you see Isaac Woods, Cody Potter, Braxton Stanley, E.B. Walters. I mean, that team's loaded.
Yeah, I think if they get their deep three right there by Austin Ball in front of his teammate Peyton, I think that one was for him.
Yeah, I think he shot that one for man.
But this Harold Auto Body team, if they got a full roster, I think it'll be pretty tough, you know.
Surprised, Jaden. I'll tell you what, we'll break some news with you while you're on here. I think it's May 24th. We'll have the D&D Sports All-Star Game. So that should be the last time you ever wear a Pike Central jersey.
Yep.
Be interesting. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think you've probably been MVP every year we've had it, ain't you?
Mm-hmm. I take All-Star games serious, you know. It's not like the NBA All-Star games. You know, I want to go in there and compete, and it's just fun to, you know, play against other players.
Yeah, I know you played in one the other night, and it wasn't the most competitive one. But you know, that's one thing we take a lot of pride in our All-Star game. We try to make sure that it's a competitive game. You know, because at the end of the day, nobody wants to come see a bunch of cherry picking.
Yeah.
You know, and it does you no good and does us no good. You know, we got a lot of college coaches that are in attendance, and a lot of opportunities come from that. So, want to make sure everybody's at the top. Scotty Browning, transition 3.
49-31.
Just like that.
Express team, and it's been all three-pointers. Austin Ball came in, hit 2. I think that's 5 on the night right now.
Jaden, less than 2 minutes ago, it was a 4-point game.
Yeah, that's.
And now it's 18.
Three-pointers can do that to you.
So in 2 minutes, they've went on a 16-0 run.
They need those to fall. They got a size advantage.
Only time I've ever seen anybody do that is when Lawrence County went on that run against y'all.
Yes, I agree. Those guys lit it up. And I think very fondly of Lawrence County. You know, I think they're some good kids there.
A minute 45, they went on a 18-0 run.
Mm-hmm. I was just as shocked.
Yeah, y'all was able to still hold on and win it, but in the 2A.
Yeah, that Chandler's different.
Yeah. Coming back the other way, Scotty Browning leaves it for Caden Porter.
A little hard.
Yeah. We still haven't seen Chris Ross in the game. We'll see if West Virginia Express.
3 ball.
Wide off the mark.
Good move by Porter.
Browning, nice job. He got blocked by Mullins.
Not a lot of whistles this game, which, you know.
Yeah, well, I think a lot of that's because the ball's not went down to the paint a lot. They've, you know, both teams relying on threes.
A lot of three-pointers.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ooh. Chase Porter off the mark.
Austin Ball with another three-pointer. I think that's 6 on the day.
6 threes for Austin Ball.
Here's where you want the ball to go. Mismatch.
Yeah, Boyd off the mark. Yeah, I'd like to see him go back to you know, just pounding it down low. I think Harold Auto Body's trying to, you know, them getting in a running match with this team ain't going to work for them. Yeah, they're going to have to slow it down, pound it down low.
Deep 3 by Hess. Off the mark.
Oh, yeah, right there, nice job.
Rebound and fake by Jared. He loves those fakes.
That's that old man ball.
I picked up a few of those moves after, you know, my season ended. I think all seniors pick up a few.
They well, and that's one thing, you know, you always see like a lot of the young talent, but your seniors, you know, there's a reason why normally the all-star games and, you know, all Mountain all area teams are always loaded with seniors because, you know, you pick up a lot of knowledge by the time you get to your senior year.
Yeah. If someone told me my freshman year I'd be player of the year and 2,000-point score, I'd probably look at them and be like, "You're lying, buddy."
Well, I wouldn't have told you because I seen that one coming. I definitely knew that was coming down the pipe for you, but you know it. Magical career that you had ended up. You know, listen, you ended your season at Rupp.
Yeah.
You know, so one way or the other.
And the last game with 40, I can't ask to beat. That's
Yep.
the
There
best
you
way
go.
to go out.
Scotty Browning.
Got the 3.
Yeah.
Good pump fake. Another pump fake, just in case he didn't.
Yeah. There you go for good measure.
Can't have too much pump fakes right there.
Yeah.
This Express team is really good shooters. And I think 4 is that Ross? He's finally entered the game.
Yeah, so first time we've seen him. He was quarterback at Mingo Central.
Coached by David.
Yeah.
Always have a good football team.
Always. You know, David's the best when it comes to putting players to the next level.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's no coach, any sport that's as good as he is.
Mullins at the line, shooting 2. First one is down.
Now, we're sitting here, guys. Make sure you let us know where you're watching from, who you're rooting for in the comment section below. If you got any questions for Jaden or myself, make sure you let us know in the comment section. As we see Scotty Browning bring the ball up, former Logan Wildcat, younger brother of Stevie Browning, plays at Georgetown College. And right there, got a little too briggity for his britches on that one.
Watching him reminds me of Grant. You know, they kind of look the same, kind of move the same.
Their game is a lot alike. You know, Scotty, you know, he's just a little bit longer, but their game definitely resembles each other. Yeah, that would be one for Grant to go watch and mimic. You know, mimic his game and how he done it.
Good defense played right here.
Yeah, yes.
Just bully.
Nice.
That old man strength that will get you.
Comes Browning. Top of the key. Step back. Left it short, yeah.
Run. This is a chance right here to chip it down.
Yeah, there goes White. Nice ball fake. Took on 4 West Virginia Express players there.
Cut it down to 11 right here. A stop would really help this Harold Auto Body team right here. A rebound right here and a score.
You know, Chase Porter right there relying on that 3. You know, we've not kept track, but I would say if you looked at their shot chart, probably 85 to 90% of their shots have come from behind the 3-point line.
Yeah.
Here comes Austin Ball. Alley-oop. Browning goes up.
13. It's not far away. I feel like this Harold Auto Body team's defense could hopefully pull them back in this if they get some buckets to go.
There's Boyd. Like to see him go right back up with that.
Good take by Blackburn.
Yep. John Blackburn. Scooping in there.
Ball dribbles it up slowly. Deep 3.
Long.
Hey, I think you get one of those if you hit 6. You get a little heat check.
Yeah, he said okay. He looks at his teammates. I'll not do it again. You had to try it, right?
Yeah. It happens.
Yeah.
You get hot. You know, you got it. You just gotta. And if that one goes in, then just take a step back.
Whew.
Yes, he does have that range.
Looky there. From way downtown. I think he hit that one from Buckley's Creek.
Right there from the Pirate.
Yeah. Here comes Browning.
Nice little play. Down screen.
Yeah. Blackburn.
They do have numbers.
Yeah, on the push.
Good pull up. There we go.
And Blackburn nets it, and just like that, we got a 5-point game.
5-point game, just as quick as that.
Jaden, it was 18 moments ago.
Can't count the old man out.
Nope. Browning.
Good take. I don't think no one's going to be able to stay in front of him. Another one.
Ooh.
That's 2 back-to-back.
Looky there, as we got a 4-point ball game just like that, and we got a timeout coming up, Jaden. We'll take a quick timeout with them. Be right back here on the D&D Sports Network. And we're back here on Pond Creek, Belfry's Men's League. We see Josh Atkins over there. I want to thank Moore's Chrysler for sponsoring the league, as you see him with the young pup. As we're coming back out, Jaden, all of a sudden, Harold's Auto Body has crawled back in this thing. We got a 4-point ball game halfway through the second half.
Yeah, I think they've been what Coach Ratliff would always say to me, long threes, long rebound, which leads to transition buckets, and a 3 in the corner by Austin Ball, a little short. Oh, Reggie, I think you could have let that one slide.
Just watching Austin Ball's game, I've watched him play pickup many times, and I think, his game is nice alley-oop out of the inbounds play. But I think his game, he'll rely on threes until if it's a close game, and then I think he'll start driving at the end.
I think that's kind of how I play pickup. I'm just going to shoot threes because I know I can get to the basket. Yeah. But if it's a close game, I'm going straight to the cup. A good pull-up right there.
Nice.
He is a great mid-range shooter. Good length.
Here comes Browning back the other way.
And they put Hess on Browning and Mullins on Austin Ball, which is their 2 best offenders right there.
Yeah, right now, Hess, you can tell, he's kind of saving his energy for offense. And
they showed right there, and they cut it to one.
Yeah, 1-point ball game, 63-62, Jaden, as 8:57 to go. Harold Auto Body has made this very interesting.
2 good defenders right here, and Hayden, I think he can guard Austin Ball. If he guards me all the time at Mullins, some deep threes between me and Ball. So I think Hayden got it covered.
Yeah, y'all's game, y'all play kind of similar.
Good take, good floater. Just a little hard.
Yeah.
Transition.
Chase Porter.
4-on-2. That's
I think
first shot of the day by Mr. Ross.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Blackburn out on the run.
Good pull-up.
Boyd.
This is right here. This is where they could take over right here.
Yeah.
A good bucket.
Mullins, nice job. Kicks it out. Hess.
Oh, he saved it.
Yeah.
That's the shot you want right there.
Mullins off the mark.
Tip.
Come back, Scotty Browning.
Step back
nice.
in the corner. Just rimmed it in and out. Stiff rims here at Belfry.
Jaden, you kind of dominated the 60th district. I got a question.
Mm-hmm.
Did you lose a 60th district game in high school?
No, never. And I don't count 8th grade,
Yeah.
but the Ratliff era, I've never lost a 60 district.
That's what I thought. I'd say this year's Belfry game is probably the closest you played, ain't it?
Yeah, that game here, which everyone knows, it was a good physical game. I think that was one of the best games all year. I think it was a great game. They played really good. Brent, he ran his stuff. He ran a set every time down. We don't want to do that. We want to get up and down.
Yeah.
But, we had to change our game. I think what hurt him was Brody got in foul trouble, but he was on me, and I'm posting up. So, it's hard to contain that. But It was a great game.
Yeah, I think that game there, the go down as one of the better games in your career. And the that there, I don't know what the final. I think Brody getting in foul trouble definitely hurt but I thought you and Estridge had kind of a good mano match at that game.
I think they started out with the lead.
Yeah.
They started with the lead that game. I know they hit multiple threes. Jackson hit a deep three on the right wing at the beginning of the game.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know he come one hair during the offseason coming spending his last year with you.
I think that would have been a great move. I think we would have had a better chance of going to state. I just another shooter, another defender I could work with.
Yeah. It definitely would have been nice, but it's hard when you get a chance to come home, and but definitely you and Coach Ratliff created some magic throughout the 4 years that you was with him. Nice job.
And one right there, a free throw can tie it up right here.
Looky here, Jaden, 5:32 to go, chance to tie it up. And you said before the game, you said Harold Autobody, you got to watch out for him.
You can see Hess is fatigued at the line. I do not blame him.
The Whitey Little barking out directions says, if you listen to me, you'll win it. Here comes Scotty Browning. Nice job, little shake, bake. Chase Porter.
It's not the shot you want to give up.
That's what I thought.
You want to put him. I think you want to run him off the line. He's good at driving, but I'd rather him take a 2 than a 3. And a deep 3 contested by Browning.
Yeah. Scotty Browning says you got you got something in your eye. Big fat 3-pointer there as coming back the other way. Hess, nice drive kick.
Good ball movement, one more pass. Spurs offense looks like they're running out there. Timeout, smart timeout.
So we got a 4-point game, 4:34 to go. Jaden Stewart, Darryl McCoy, you're watching the D&D Sports Network. Back here on Pond Creek, Belfry's Men's League, 4:23 to go. Jaden Stewart, Darryl McCoy. You're watching the D&D Sports Network. Coming out, Chase Porter hitting the 3, Jaden, and they stretched this thing back out to a 4-point lead. Harold Autobody has fought really hard to get back in this thing.
Got a high ball screen and a pull-up right there. That's simple offense. Oh, tip.
And Mullins couldn't get the ball to bounce his way. Good defense on ball.
Short. This is what they want right here. Harold Autobody can go on the transition and get a quick basket.
There goes Hess. And believe it or not, you would think that, they would want to slow it down, but, Harold's Autobody, some of their best basketball has been in transition today.
Good block by Aiden. He has that length. It's kind of hard to get a shot over him. Express seems as gassed as Harold Autobody, and deep three off the mark for Hess.
I think that may be Jeremy Dillon in the house. Former Marshall Thundering Herd, U-Pike Bear. As I want to thank, guys, real quick, I want to thank Moore's Chrysler, All Elite Services, Hatfield Funeral Home, Kessler's Consignment, Markham Remora and Associates, as well as our good friend at Cheech's Pizza, Three Guys Pizza and Brew, and Trailhead Bar and Grill for sponsoring today's action. They're going to call him with the foul there, Jaden.
Knock these down. It's a game right here.
Yeah, they're going to send Blackburn to the line.
He could shoot it, so I can imagine he could knock down the free throw as well.
Jaden, who you got in the NBA Finals?
I think the Thunder are playing really good right now. The refs are giving Shea, SGA, whatever he wants. So I think that carries a long way in the NBA. Celtics has a run too. But the Lakers, I'm a Luka fan, so
I love Luka.
Yeah, I kind of wish he would have stayed at Dallas because I don't like LeBron as much as everyone else likes
That's
LeBron.
me. Yeah.
But I think that they can go to the chip now. You got Luka and LeBron. You know, someone bound to be open. Someone is bound to be open.
I love Luka, but I hate cheering for LeBron.
That's what I'm saying.
You know,
in 2016, I was a Curry fan
Yeah.
over LeBron. When Kobe played, I was a Kobe fan over LeBron. And I think Kobe's I have Michael, Kobe,
Yeah.
and LeBron. That's my three right there.
Who's your? Oh, nice job, Scotty Brownie. He right there. He's showcasing some old man skill.
Yeah, some little bit of hops right there, a little fake.
Who's your favorite team?
Favorite team? I don't really Lakers, but not LeBron era Lakers.
Yeah, I'm a Knicks fan.
They always had Walt Frazier, and Walt Frazier's he's a really good player.
I'm a Knicks fan. Back to the late '80s, early '90s. You had Ewing, Oakley, John Starks.
Yeah. They got Allen Houston one year.
Yep.
He played at Ballard, didn't he?
Yeah, they had Allen Houston. He was Player of the Year. Went to Tennessee, played. Then you had also on that team Marcus Camby, Latrell Sprewell.
Yeah. Latrell Sprewell was a really good. Now a team that I like to point out, Wally Zerbiak and the Timberwolves. Wally Zerbiak was a dog.
That was a good team back. Had Garnett, Marbury, Zerbiak.
I always said I play like Vlade Divac. On the Lakers. Now, the Sacramento Kings one was a different guy, but on the Lakers,
Your game was a lot like a young Vlade. Yeah.
He always had like the behind the backs, the moves, and he would pass it a lot, but he could really score and get in the post.
How about Jaden going deep into the books, knowing Vlade Divac? What about Sabonis? Did you know Sabonis?
Sabonis?
Yeah.
What is it?
Arvidas?
Yeah, he was a dog.
Now you talking about a nice passer, man. He was one of the best big man passers ever. Nice job by Ball. Nice steal by Blackburn.
I hear they could push. They're only down 4.
Now Blackburn beating them up the court. Nice job.
I think that's all he had left right there. He used it right there.
Yeah.
I think they get a quick stop right here.
Well, now you got to find the one to foul.
Browning talking to Garrett, telling Garrett to call the foul.
Yeah. Scotty Browning said, how many's he got?
3 fouls away from bonus for Harold Autobody.
There, got fouls to give. Yeah, Scotty Browning. You got to be caught first. There, Scotty Browning burn off about 10 seconds there.
I think they foul, hopefully get a miss.
Yeah.
All they need is one free throw to miss. It's still a one-possession game. I think that was an off-ball foul. The ball wasn't even thrown in. I've seen that before.
E.B. Walters says, let's go Harold Autobody. E.B., where you at? You left your team hanging today. Can't wait to watch E.B. play.
E.B. could really dominate in this game right here. I think he has the muscle and the strength to really dominate the post.
E.B.'s my guy. He brings some youth to this team, too. Charlene Spalding says, watch him from Logan. Go West Virginia Express. Andy Spalding. Mike Howe says, old man ball, showing them how to play.
Mike knows it.
Yeah, and Mike Perry tuning in.
Me and EB had a competitive game this year, Pikeville versus Pike Central. That was the first time I beat Pikeville my whole high school career.
Was it?
That was one of the best games that we played all year, and I think that was a really good game.
Well, I think that really started y'all's run, too. that game. I think everybody started taking y'all serious after that. And EB, he was one of my D&D Mountain Elite guys.
Really good player.
Yeah.
He was I think he was the most efficient, one of the most efficient. Like before we played him, he was 5 for 6 from the 3-point line. He could knock it down.
EB's competitive, man. He's tough. Love EB. Now you see City Cuts coming out rocking the D&D jerseys like that.
So I missed this one on purpose, get a rebound, kick out for a 3. It'd be very hard to do that.
Yes.
Got to press.
Yeah, sinks it. And a quick foul.
Oh, a timeout. Quick timeout, too. This Express team looks a little more tired than the Harold Auto Body team, which is not what you're expecting.
No, definitely not. Well, I guess thing too. These boys they're probably not used to playing. I mean, Scotty and Austin, they play all the time. Andy, but I think the other ones. I mean, I don't know how much they play. These guys, they play every week.
They win the Y League almost every time. It's they have a really good team.
Lane Stewart says, I want to see Darryl dust off his shoes and play. Lane, I got to drop a few pounds. A little story, Jackson's never beat me one-on-one. But I will say this, when he got about 13, 14, and he started playing me close, I quit playing him. And I never gave him a chance to beat me. Yeah.
Gotta cut it off before they get a win.
That's it. He's never beat me. And But I would love to play again.
Good play right there. Misdirection with awesome ball going long.
I lived on a ball court back in my younger days, and I would pick up game every day. But I got to get back in shape, drop some of these pounds, and where I can at least get up and down the court. My feet won't let me now.
Not a lot of people know I was a baseball player before I was a basketball player. Jameer was actually the basketball player in the family, and then I picked it up a little late.
Jameer, now Jameer, he's one of the better passers I've ever seen. And
I didn't get that gene.
Well, that's what I was going to say. You two probably work good together.
Yeah, he'd pass it to me. I'd make sure I made the shot.
As you see, Chase Porter, nice job sinking the free throws.
Not over yet either. They just need a quick stop right here. Good run up right here in the corner.
Now you have Mullins in the corner.
I think he's trying to draw the foul.
Ooh, and he had Boyd out there. That may be all she wrote. They just handled that final play wrong there. Oh, towed him over and back.
And Garrett, I think
how about that?
Garrett might have bet the over on this game.
Yes.
I'm with Garrett. I like to see this. I like to see this. This is probably the highest scoring game we've seen today, I think. Got to get a quick basket. That's what you want.
Sinks it!
Cut it to 1.
And we got a timeout. 1-point ball game. This one ain't over, Jaden.
Harold Autobody is sticking with them. I don't think a lot of people were expecting this. You see the potential that this Express team has, and you're like, they should knock these old men out the water. But no, Harold Autobody is rolling with them.
Jaden, we got a lot of people starting to tune in watching this game for a men's league. Never expected that we'd see this many people tuning in. But listen, you want to watch your former players, people you always wonder where they at now, what are they doing. This is your chance to catch up with them. And then current stars like you yourself, I think you, Estridge, EB, I think are the only active players, right?
3 pretty good kids right
high
there.
school players.
Put us on a team, and I think we'll bring in some views.
That'd definitely be tough. And then you got all these college players. You got Keyshawn Rhodes, Austin Ball, Andy Spalding, Scotty Browning. Caden Porter, I forgot about him. Matt Hatfield, they're active players, so or just graduating high school. So, Jeremy Dillon, former Marshall Thundering Herd.
What happens right here? They got a foul instantly.
Yeah, up there.
There we go. That's the foul you want. no matter if he makes these two right here, it's still a 3-point game.
Yeah.
So Harold Auto Body can come down and get a 3 up and maybe potentially tie this game, Darryl.
You got to watch this second free throw here. Scotty is the type that will miss it on purpose, and get the rebound.
1-1, yep. Reggie letting him know it's 1. Oh, is it 2?
Yep. Browning. Oh, off the mark. Hess. They're going to have a chance. Hess coming up. Good defense being played. Hess. High off the glass. No good.
Oh, and smacked away.
And just like that. Wow, what a game. West Virginia Express squeezes that one out against the old men, Harold Auto Body. What a ball game, Jaden.
That was a great game right there. And you see both teams, down there clapping it up. I think they both know that was a great game.
Guys, 79-78. West Virginia Express knocks off Harold Auto Body. We're going to step away, and we'll have Jaden. We're going to let Jaden go get warmed up, and we'll see Jaden final game. But, Jaden, can't wait to work with you this summer on D&D